Hello my friend, welcome in a new tutorial. In the previous tutorial we learned or we talked about how we can create a component and how we can render and display this component. In the previous tutorial we create a card, this card, and we render this card in the main page. In this tutorial talk about how we can pass data to this component. First of all, I please from or my friend give me feedback about this tutorial in the comment box. So let me go start and pass some data to this component. For pass any data for this component, we need to go to the editor. For pass any data, go to the personal card, this class. For pass any data, we need to definition variables here after this comment here, and pass this variable as argument, this constructor. After that, we can display or pass the data in the view blade template, which for this class, for this component, like personal details, personal image, this. By this constructor, we must definition the variables here and add the variable as argument. By this variable, we can pass data in the main page, in the view main page here. So let me start in the class card here and definition some variables. So by public and get add name for this, for example, $image. I want to show image here in this card, image. Excuse me, $image and semicolon, and add this image in the constructor. $image, and here I return this image. So $this and image and equal $image. And end by semicolon. This is very important. So I go back to the main page here. I need to tell you some important point. If the data we need to display in the component PHP expression or PHP variables, it must be started with the colon prefix. But if the data we need inject to the component is the HTML attribute, not need to start it with the colon prefix. I show you that in this tutorial. So here, for example, I create a new HTML environment. So I say Adonai PHP. And here I end by p and PHP. So I create here a variable because we does not have a database to the now. I have to create a PHP environment here, snippet of the code PHP. I say underline image, and for example, I add some image to our project. I ended this here. I need to add image to our project, and after I add this image to our project, I will pass this our project in our image to the component. Let me go here in the picture for example, I add this Mandela picture, copy, and go to the where my project is placed. I think ABC, yes, but I not know where is blade component demo. I think here, and resources or public, no, resources, no, public, this image, this no, I think this image, resources, public, excuse me, public image, yes, hotel and Bill Gates. I paste it here, this Mandela added picture added here. I go back to the editor and refresh editor. You can see in the public image we have Mandela here. We need to show this image as data. We need pass this data to the component. For I create this URL for this. I say image, name of the folder, image, and after that Mandela, name of the page, Mandela dot ended by GPG, this address. So because this variables is in the HTML blade PHP, here we need to add image tag. So I say image and add this image. We need to add resource src, and because this part of the attribute HTML attribute, so we not need started in the main page this tag by the prefix, colon prefix. So let me go here and say image, excuse me, image, and add this image here, this image, I think. So I'll go to the personal blade card, and here I add this here by this and say $$ image and refresh our project. Yes, it's not work fine. Let me go to the VS Code and resolve this problem. Go here. Okay, I go to the editor and I make mistake. I think my mistake is here in this yes, in this main page. It must be warp by calibratus, double calibratus, I think. And calibratus, I refresh our project, I think. Yes, you can see we can pass the data to the our component. The next step, we need to change some attribute HTML. For example, we need to add some color here for this card. As you know, we have can pass data to the component and pass HTML attribute to the component. In this step, we can we pass data as like image, this image to the component. In the next step, we need to add some HTML attribute to this component. So I go back to the editor here, and in the class card, personal card, I add, for example, public and get a name for this image, for example, details, I think, and $, details, and end by semicolon. If I details. Okay, and add this argument to this component, to this constructor, excuse me, and here Control V, and call this and Control V without $, and it equal these variables. It's fine. I go to the main page because the information I need passed to the component is HTML, PHP attributes, PHP variables or details or information. Here I need to add the prefix, I think colon, and add this the details, and remove this here, and this equal, and I think calibrates and V, and yes, this here, because this I go to the PHP here and Control V and add some data. For example, here I say Nelson Mandela. I need to add this information, this data above in the header of the cart. So let me refresh our project, and we together see how our work fine or not. Let me refresh. Yes, this enough error here, token expected. Let me go back to the VS Code and see where is the error. What is say? Where is the error? Personal image. Let me resolve this personal image. Details, $, details. Let me go back to the VS Code, to the, PHP store. Okay. Okay, my friend. For showing or for display any data in the component, we need to go here in the blade component and the header. I remove the header from here and add calibrators and add this variable details and refresh our project. Yes, we have must be add this. I don't know where is this, so I go back to the editor and find this notion and give resolve this problem. Give me time. Okay, my friend, I make mistake, and you can learn from my mistake. My mistake is I warper these variables by these calibrators. If I remove this calibrators here, our project work fine. So you can learn from my mistake and learn more and more from my mistake. So I refresh our project again, and you can see here the Nelson Mandela added to this above this card. In this project, as you know, as you can see here, we can render the component, and we can pass data to this component like this image, and also we add some data to this header. We can add some color here by adding some color. So because the time of this clip beyond the 40 minutes, I think this enough for this tutorial. As you can see here in this tutorial, work on the show this component. We can reuse this component again and again in our project. Thank you for watching, and I beg you, and please give me your feedback about this tutorial, because your feedback good feedback help me to improve my work and remove my mistake. I know I have many mistakes, and I need to tell me what is my mistake, and how I can resolve this mistake. Thank you for watching again, and I wish I can see you in the next episode. Bye bye.